Hello, Chestatee families, and welcome to the class of 2035. Before you know it, your child will be walking across the graduation stage, and it's such an exciting time to be starting kindergarten. My name is Meg Killingsworth, and I'm the Family Engagement Coordinator here at Chestatee. We can't wait to tell you all about our great school and things to be excited for this coming year. We are very excited for you to get to know our kindergarten team. And by clicking this link, you'll get to hear a little bit about each of our teachers. I think you'll agree that this team of teachers and their instructional assistants like to have fun, and we are so looking forward to our new group of kindergartners starting next year. There are other staff members you'll also want to get to know. Dr. Tennis is our principal. Mr. Dugan is our assistant principal for kindergarten, first and second grade. Miss Abby Gaines is our assistant principal for third, fourth, and fifth grade. We have Officer Angie in our front office who keeps our school safe. We have 3 office ladies, Miss Angela, Miss Stacy, and Miss Ansley, who run the office and are the heart of the school. And as I said, I'm your Family Engagement Coordinator, Meg, and you'll find me in the office as well. One thing that we're really proud of at Chestatee is maintaining our facilities. We're an older school, but we take great pride in keeping things up to date and fresh. Areas where you'll find us spending some money are on our playground, which makes kids want to come to school. So we like to update equipment and get new playground equipment. And also in our student restrooms, you'll find that each student restroom is painted differently in a fun, child-friendly way. We have P.B.I.S, or Positive Behavioral Interventions and Support at the T. And this is where students follow our 3 simple rules, the Chestatee way, which are be respectful, be responsible, be a problem solver. When students are showing expectations, they'll earn a little ticket called a Bravo Buck, and they can save those Bravo Bucks to shop in our school store, where they can find fun trinkets or even experiences, such as sit in the Eagle chair, be the fire marshal assistant, or have lunch with our principal, Dr. Tennis. We also have raffle drawings in winter and in spring where students can buy raffle tickets and we'll draw names to be winners. For more information on P.B.I.S, you can click the link on our website. We have an after-school program here at Chestatee called Care for Kids. Our director is Deb Mason, and for more information on prices and days, you can also go to this link on our website. Remember that our slideshow has the PDF so that the links will be active. We'll have several opportunities throughout the summer for your child to get to know us better. The first we want you to mark your calendar for is our bus roundup, and there's actually a flyer that is attached to our information. That day is on Monday, July 25th, and your driver will give you a call a few days before so that they can come and pick your child and a family member up to visit the school. There'll be some other great activities, including some summer programs with our library, and you'll be able to find those both on our website and on our Facebook page. This is our Forsyth County Schools Learner Profile, which is the foundation of everything that we do in teaching our students. The idea is that these attributes will be taught from K to 12 so that when students graduate from Forsyth County Schools, they will go out into the world as a leader ready for success. You may be wondering what your child is going to be learning next year in kindergarten. I'll tell you, times have changed since we grew up in kindergarten and learned how to get along with one another and how to write our name. These days, kids will work on reading skills through ARC, or the American Reading Company program. They work on phonemic awareness, sight words, reading with fluency, and comprehension. They'll have guided reading groups where it's small group instruction and that's teacher-led to hone in on those skills, and they'll bring home lots of books. They'll even learn good penmanship, letters of the week, and how to begin getting their thoughts on paper. In math, they will work on calendar and whole group activities to learn big concepts, and then they'll break down into small groups to practice those skills with hands-on activities and manipulatives and games. There are lots of great units for science, including motion and gravity, objects in the sky, rocks and soil, living and non-living, animals and plants. And then in social studies, a big part is their personal information and learning their address and phone number and where they live, community helpers, good citizenship, the U.S. symbol and map skills, economy, and national holidays. So it's become very academic in kindergarten. The American Reading Company, or ARC reading program, teaches all of our skills through 4 units. And ARC covers all the reading and writing skills that the students need to know and hook it all together so that kids are learning about all different kinds of things through their reading. ARC includes a morning meeting. They do a lot of read alouds to the teacher's reading. Students will have an independent reading time each day. There's a family involvement piece where they bring home books. There are special projects and lots of celebrations. Here are just some examples of some of the fun that go along with our units of study. What we have found is that ARC really has helped kids love to read. Our report card changed this year to GKids 2.0, which is the Georgia Kindergarten Inventory of Developing Skills 2.0, and it is a year-long progression-based formative assessment where students are tested throughout the year, and then their progress is reported back to families so that teachers and families have a common understanding of what the expectations are, how the students are doing, and what still needs to be done in order to be prepared for first grade. They'll be graded in language arts and math using the GKids inventory, and you'll see scores of not yet demonstrated, beginning, emerging, developing, or demonstrating and exceeding. Throughout the school year, your child's performance may range from not yet demonstrating to exceeding. For more information on GKids 2.0, you can click these links to find out a lot more, and then your child's teacher will discuss the report card both at our curriculum night in the fall and then again at conferences. Along with our GKids 2.0 inventory, your student will receive grades in other areas. These will include their special area grades, like for art, music, and PE, and then for science, social studies, and health. And the way that we grade those areas are with an S, P, or N. S stands for satisfactory, P stands for progressing, N stands for needs improvement. Your child will also receive a work habit grade for participation and work completion, and these grades will include E for exemplary, S for successful, or D for does not meet. Your child's progress will be updated every 9 weeks through our report card, and your child's teacher will go over the report card at the first conference. It's going to be really important for you to set up a parent portal account because that's the way you're going to access your child's grades. We no longer send home paper copies. So this August, you'll want to see Miss Stacy in the front office with your photo ID, and she can get you started. In Forsyth, we have BYOT, which stands for Bring Your Own Technology. And students in kindergarten are allowed to bring their own technology as well. Some things you're going to want to know about BYOT for kindergarten is, first of all, it's completely optional. We are fortunate enough to have a one-to-one correspondence of Chromebooks to students, and so we have plenty of technology here. Sometimes a child has their own device that they want to bring, and when they do, we're able to use it for academic topics as well as skill practice. Just know that our internet is very, very filtered. We control the usage and we have classroom rules for using the device, and the devices are locked in the classroom when we're out of the room. Sometimes they're used during computer centers as long as there's educational apps on them for reading and math. So again, it's totally fine not to send a device with your child. Here's an example of the schedule in kindergarten. This year, students would arrive from 7:10 to 7:40, and they would do a check-in with the teacher and some morning work. It's also a great time to get breakfast. Then at 7:45 to 8 o'clock, we have our morning meeting and touch base, build community. Then the students will have their language arts time and their ARC reading. After that, they'll have either science or social studies topic. We usually don't do both at the same time. We pick one topic at a time. Take a restroom break and listen to a story, and then go to lunch. After lunch, it's very academic with our math and both calendar and a whole group lesson, and then break off into guided math groups. Kids will go outside for recess, and then at the end of the day, they go to their pathway, which would include PE, art, music, our media center to check out books and have a lesson, a counseling lesson, AV or audiovisual, and our science. Then they come back and pack up. We do a read aloud, and it's time to go home. Some of our recess times vary a bit by class, and sometimes snack varies, depending on if the students are hungrier in the morning or if they're hungrier towards the end of the day. We have our snack time because we're working hard and we get hungry, but we also keep on working in kindergarten. Our pathways include many classes. The first one is our PE special with Miss Waters and Miss Grindle. The students go to our big gym and learn about different sports and get some exercise. Miss Melanie Roper is our music teacher, and the students will visit the music room to learn songs and instruments and all sorts of lessons. They'll even learn how to play the recorder when they get into 4th and 5th grade. Miss Julie Hubbard is our art teacher, and she teaches the kids how to create masterpieces. And our audiovisual or AV special is taught by Miss Jennifer Rees. She teaches all things technology, and students also get some good typing and keyboarding skills. Miss Deb Clark is our science special teacher. She's very into STEM and gardening and having the students work to grow their own gardens. And she was one of our Teacher of the Year finalists. You'll find our media specialist, Sarah Wiggins, in the Media Center, where students will get lessons on researching, reading, and all things related to the Media Center, and they'll also have time to check out books. We're really excited about our wellness special, where students can work together and learn that teamwork makes the dream work. They also do lots of other great activities, and this special is taught by our counselors. Next year, we're very excited to have 3 school counselors. One that will work with kindergarten and first, another that will work with 2nd and 3rd, and a final counselor that will work with 4th and 5th. Lunch is one of our very favorite parts of the day. Families can pay for lunch by check, cash, or online at My Payments Plus, which you can find on our website. If you do send in lunch money, you're going to want to send it in your child's daily folder, not just stuck somewhere in the book bag.
and you're going to want to label that envelope or baggie with your child's name and cafeteria and probably the amount that you sent so that we can find the right place. Sometimes money comes in for various reasons and we want to make sure that it gets to the cafeteria. Miss Deb Mason can answer any account questions that you have and also give you a balance. But My Payments Plus is a great way to keep track of your child's balance and also receive notifications if it's dropping below a certain level. Families are welcome to come join us for lunch, and what you'll do is reserve a table online on our main website. We ask that you meet your child in the cafeteria rather than the classroom, and also say goodbye in the lunchroom so that way your student can go on to the next activity without getting too sad. Now, we do offer ice cream. Most teachers will have ice cream once a week, but they can't be charged. So if there's not enough money on your child's account, then they can't get ice cream. So like I said, a great way to keep up with the balance is through My Payments Plus. The past couple of years, lunch has been free due to COVID, but we are going back to charging for daily lunch and daily breakfast this coming year.
Our next slides are going to walk through what it looks like to get school lunch. This was pre-COVID, so now everything that your child receives will be packaged, including forks and spoons. There's always one hot entree offered along with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So your child always will have those options. And then most days there is a choice of a salad or a yogurt Lunchable as well. We also have lots of fruits and vegetable choices, and your child will be able to take up to 3 of those choices each day. Here's just some examples of the great healthy choices that are served on the line. Again, this year everything comes packaged. And we even have lots of choices for drinks. So we have flavored milk, regular milk, low-fat milk, and even juices. And here are a few examples of our ice cream for ice cream day. Lots and lots of choice can be found in our cafeteria. The students will go through the lunch line so that they can pick out their lunch along with the healthy choices.
Students will take their lunch and walk up to the keypad to enter their school number. This isn't something that's expected at the beginning of kindergarten, but eventually down the road, students will learn how to put in their ID number, and our cashiers are very, very kind in helping them.
The next stop is the condiment table. Then they head to the table where they'll enjoy lunch. There's always lots of help in the cafeteria to help open any packaging or supply a napkin or fork if forgotten. This year, students all ate in their classrooms for lunch instead of eating in the cafeteria. And here's just some of our families joining for lunch and eating on the stage. Next, you'll want to meet Nurse Janet. If your child gets feeling badly or falls down and needs a Band-Aid, they'll visit the clinic, and there Nurse Janet will take care of all their needs. You're going to want to notify both Nurse Janet and your child's teacher if your child has allergies or any medical needs. All medication left at school must have a form signed by you, and Nurse Janet will handle all medication. Teachers do not handle the medication, and students cannot bring medication with them. Even if they have something from the doctor that they need to take for an extended period of time, you're going to need to bring that in so that you can sign the form and so that children aren't transporting any medication. If your child gets sick at school, we'll send your child to the clinic, and if they're sent home, they need to be fever-free for 24 hours without the help of any medicine. Just know that your child might get sick a little bit more in kindergarten than other years as they're building up their immune system. And so it's going to be really important to be here and on time every day that they are well. So kindergarten has changed a lot. It's very academic. We follow state standards along with our Forsyth County guidelines for instruction, and it's very rigorous. We teach in small differentiated groups during most of the day, and instruction is assessment driven. Our kindergartners are amazing, and we have learned that they can learn so much by introducing our concepts. Practicing these learned skills is very important. So what does differentiation mean? Just that we're going to assess students from where they are and move them from there in learning the kindergarten standards. So here are some pictures of what differentiation and small group teaching look like. We have the teacher up top working with a group. We have kids working independently. We have an instructional assistant working with a group of kids, and we have either a volunteer or a support teacher that's come in and work with kids. We even have a helper that's working one-on-one. So kids are working with kids in a group that are on a similar level. And the students rotate through the groups and so that they see each adult to learn those skills and get practice on their level.
Calling all car riders. We have a high volume of cars that go through both in the morning and in the afternoon. So technically our line is supposed to start at 7:10 in the morning, but we've backed it up to 7:05 and even to 7 o'clock to help with traffic. In the afternoon, car line starts moving around 2:20 and is finished by 2:45 to 2:50. We do have a video on our website and on this link to help explain how our car line works. And we just want to remind everyone that we need to expect heavy traffic, especially the first 2 weeks of school, as everybody's getting more accustomed to routines and back into that routine.
Families often wonder how their kindergartner will ever be able to find the buses or car riders. No worries, our teachers deliver all children to the buses, and also we help with getting them to our car rider area in the cafeteria.
At open house, you'll receive a car tag, and there will be a staff member outside calling the numbers in order in which they line up. The children come to the cafeteria at dismissal if they're car riders and sit and face the screen so that they can see their names pop up in the order in which the cars arrive. We also have staff members who help to call out the names, and the children will line up in that order. Here's an example of a staff member who's making sure that the kids are in the right order as they exit the cafeteria. Students continue down the stairs and outside in that same order where they're directed to a cone where their car will be parked. We're always double checking kids with the car tag in the window. We have lots of staff members who are along the sidewalk to help kids make sure that they're in the right cars and ensure safety as cars are moving through our car line.
We have a great system for our bus riders as well. First off, teachers will walk the students down the hallway out to the bus lanes. Then each teacher says goodbye with a handshake, hug, or high five before children will board the bus. After saying goodbye, the children walk to their bus as the teacher is going from bus to dismiss. We have little stickers in the hallway all the way from bus lane down to kindergarten that we call breadcrumbs. It's like the story Hansel and Gretel, where the kids follow the breadcrumbs all the way down the hallway to find their classes. We also will have lots of adults along the way, and even older students who will help these little ones get to their classroom. So how can you help this summer? Here's a little list of things that you could be practicing this summer to get your child geared up for the fall. We also will be posting things on our Facebook page that you can check out and see what's happening. And we have a Chested T intro video that you're welcome to watch with your child about some of the highlights of our school. Even driving by the school and pointing out the school to get your child excited, or visiting our playground, just the more times that your child can see the school, the better that he or she will feel about attending big school in the fall. We have some important school policies for transportation and absences. For transportation, you'll tell your child's teacher how he or she is going home each day and what your plan is, whether it's car rider, bus rider, after school, or a daycare van. If your plan is going to change, those changes need to be handwritten notes put in your child's folder for the teacher. Emails and phone calls to the teacher can't be accepted, because if the teacher had a substitute or wasn't able to check, your child would not probably get to the correct place. Another policy we have is that we don't allow checkouts after 2:00 p.m. And after 2 o'clock, we'll start the dismissal process and packing up, and it can be very difficult to find a child for checkout once they're headed to buses or car line. So please, no checkouts after 2 p.m. As far as absences, for every time your child's absent, you're going to want to send an excuse within 5 days. You can write your child's teacher an email or a note. If you send an email, copy our receptionist or attendant secretary on that, Miss Donna Kirkland, and that way she can print it and put it in the files. You have 5 days to do this. If you visit the doctor, it's always great to get a doctor's excuse. Just know that 3 tardies equal an absence, and attendance is taken seriously at Chested T because you cannot make up those missed days. We can send some work home for your child to do, but the time in class and collaborating and discussing is just invaluable. Here are ways to communicate with your child's teacher. First off, your child will be given a daily folder at open house, and this is a great communication tool to use for notes and money. So please label any money with the name and what it's for and the amount. And you can also put notes in the folder for transportation changes, absences, or any other matters. The folders will be checked every day. From our end, your child's teacher will be sending a newsletter, and that will go over curriculum for the week and also important dates and reminders and any special notices about events or things coming up. Most teachers choose to send that on Fridays. We love email because that can be an easy one to get back to you on. Notes are great as well. You can always leave a voicemail, and the extensions will be shared in August for your child's teacher. Just know that during teaching time, teachers usually cannot pick up the phone because they're busy teaching. We'll talk more about It's Learning in the fall and show you this online learning platform that teachers will be posting their lesson plans, newsletters, homeworks, and all their learning links for your child. Here's just a quick example of It's Learning, our online learning platform. And in kindergarten, they have Wi-Fi Wednesday, where they'll give a quick little homework assignment on It's Learning to get your child comfortable with the program. Our school also has lots of communication tools. We like our social media and use Facebook the most to post information. If you have a parent portal account, you can receive messages through the messenger. We also will have a monthly school newsletter that will publish close to the first of every month. We have lots of videos that we put out there, including a Facebook Friday video that you can access, and you will get the grade level newsletter or the class newsletter that will go home in the communication folder. Most grade levels use a gold folder, but some teachers choose to do their own color. It will be a consistent folder for the class, and you'll see it in the book bag each day. If you're not on Facebook, it is not a problem. You can access our Facebook page by going to our website at this link. From our web page, you scroll all the way to the bottom where you'll see our social media buttons, and you can click Facebook there to access our posts. Here's a list of ways that you can help your child next year. First off is check the daily folder and empty it each day. Make sure you're looking over graded work to see how your child is doing, and please read the weekly newsletter so you know what's going on in the classroom. It's great if you can discuss each day with your child and ask him or her about special activities, their behavior, or even favorites of the day. Always know that you can reach out to your child's teacher when needed, and you'll be invited to parent-teacher conferences in October and in March, and then we have our academic parent-teacher team meetings 3 times throughout the year as well. All of those are great times to come into the classroom and hear progress. We'll be sending homework and skills and tools that you can practice at home, so it would be great if you can practice those. Once restrictions are lifted, we would love it if you can volunteer if you're available, and also pick a time to visit for lunch once those restrictions are lifted. It makes your child proud when you visit the school, and also to know that you care what's going on. Here's just a quick glimpse of academic parent-teacher teams. This picture is a kindergarten classroom, and so all the parents come in together, learn about a skill that the kids are learning and ways to help at home. We pop up a graph to show you your child's progress in comparison to the rest of the class, and only you know your child's APTT secret graph number to keep confidentiality. You'll leave with a bag of goodies of things that you can practice and ways to make that practice fun. We would love for you to get involved at Chastity. There are lots of parent leadership and volunteer opportunities, and family members are welcome in our building. Those will be going out, and we would love to have you because our motto is together we are Chastity. Here's a menu of ways that you can get connected at Chastity once our volunteer program is up and running. And we'll publish this and send it home so that you will know who to reach out to based on your talents and loves. Out of the mouths of babes, here's some advice from our kindergarten kids. I think one of my favorites is school is fun. You get to learn so much. And also, you are going to be tired. These kids will work hard in kindergarten. Here's a glimpse of some of the fun at Chastity. Chastity is such a fun place to learn and come each day. You'll find happy teachers and warm, welcoming staff members throughout the hallway, and lots of celebrations. One of the main celebrations in kindergarten is the 100th day of school, where the children are invited to dress up like 100-year-olds and to walk in a special parade to celebrate that day. All of this is just another peek at the fun we have in Chastity, and lots of fun in kindergarten. Help us to get to know your child better by clicking this link and filling out this information. You'll help us to get to know your child better and place your child in the best classroom for him or her.
You can expect some exciting mail this summer coming to your house. We send out postcards to welcome students back and give the hours and date for open house, which you can go ahead and mark on your calendar for Tuesday, August the 2nd. Your teacher will also give you a call on Monday, August the 1st to introduce and give you hours to stop by for open house. And not only will you see the classroom and meet the teacher, but you'll also get other essentials like lunchroom information and stop by and see the nurse or transportation information. Also, you'll want to mark your calendar for that first day of school, Thursday, August the 4th. We can't wait. It's going to be a great year.